Hey, don't be a dick.
But you call yourself gangbangers? You're a bunch of pussies. We should be all up in their shit like, fuck!
You got a plan, or we just shooting all these motherfuckers?
That is my plan.
Works for me.
This review is sponsored by OCGadgets.com. Saints Row the Third is the latest entry in the craziest open-world gangster game on the market today. The story follows the 3rd Street Saints, as they are not just a gang anymore, but they're celebrities. Now, a mysterious organization wants a cut. The story is very well done, it's silly and does not take itself too seriously, the characters are great, and most of them are very likable, and the voice acting and writing are certainly top-notch. I really loved all of the characters in the game. They were funny and just so well written. Sure, some of the stuff was just downright silly, but it was funny and had me laughing through the entire game. I really loved how the game mixed the humor, action, drama, and just plain silliness. I mean, they did a really fantastic job. Now, even though the game has lots of humor, it also has a few serious moments too, and some really epic, intense action sequences. It's not all jokes and has some gangster drama and revenge motives. But if you're looking for a serious crime drama like GTA, look away because this certainly isn't it. It's fun, it's vulgar, it's silly, and it's violent. From the frenetic opening heist to a daring escape, this game starts off like a bolt of lightning. No more slow-paced startups, you get cash, guns, and everything right at the start of the game, and it only gets crazier from there. This game is very well paced with tons of epic action sequences, and it just keeps building and building throughout the entire game. Gameplay has certainly been refined, but left mostly unchanged except for a few things from the last games. Everything is much easier and more streamlined this time. You'll buy your own upgrades like carrying more ammo, more health, or more sprint. I like this change. Instead of having to do certain challenges, now you just simply buy the upgrades, and this is much easier and a lot more fun and rewarding. Gunplay is pretty fun, but it's certainly not perfect and does feel slightly off at times. Aiming can even be a bit clunky, and there is no cover system, which did feel odd for this type of game. But it's just so fast-paced and frenetic, you'll let the little things slide. Plus, all of the weapons in the game are really awesome with ridiculous upgrades. Not to mention that the gunplay is certainly more fun than the last two Saints games and works a lot better than them. It just could have been improved a little bit here and there. Melee takedowns are also very fun, brutal, and they just look great. The driving mechanics in the game are really fun once you get the hang of it, and this leads to some really intense, cool chase sequences. The graphics are also very well done and have a slight cartoony look to them. If you're looking for a hyper-realistic looking game, definitely look elsewhere. The character animations and textures look great, and the lighting effects are very well done. Most of the time, the game keeps a pretty solid frame rate, though on occasion the game will chug, and the game does suffer from some screen tearing. It's not too noticeable, mind you, but you will see it here and there. Also, the game does have pop-in, not big things like buildings or textures, but vehicles here and there, so it's a little noticeable, but it doesn't hurt the overall experience too bad. The game has tons of variety in terms of mission design, objectives, and side missions. They're all very well designed and easier to get into than the last game. There's just so much to do in this game with insanely fun co-op where you and a friend can just lose your minds, cool weapons that can be upgraded due to the craziest things. This game is just plain fun. It's easy to get into and just have a blast playing. It's nice to see a game that doesn't take itself seriously and allows for good old-fashioned fun with tons of customization options. Honestly, this game has so much content I am barely scratching the surface. One thing I did dislike is there's a much smaller selection of weapons available in the game compared to the other Saints Row games, which had tons of weapon options. But in all fairness, you can upgrade them to look completely new and different and even add some crazy weapon modifications. Some may not like the overly silly aspect of the game or the cartoony looking visuals. But honestly, with all the realistic and gritty games out there, it's nice just to have a game where you can relax, have fun, and blow stuff up. If you're looking for a crazy, insane ride of a game with a great sense of humor and frenetic combat and just tons of stuff to do, this is a great choice. Thanks for watching my review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my website, www.thereallifegamer.com. OCGadgets.com for more reviews, written articles, and interviews. And now a message from our sponsors. Do you know where you can get the coolest custom smartphone cover available on the internet? OCGadgets.com. Got a picture you think would make a pretty cool cover? Send it to them. They've got great customer support and they will work with you one-on-one to make sure you get a cover that not only do you like, but you'll love. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and visit the site today and use my coupon code, TheRealLifeGamer, for an extra 10% off of your purchase. They've got great customer support, a great and friendly staff, good pricing, and fast shipping. This is a company you should definitely check out and support. OCGadgets.com, the leader in custom smartphone covers.